Do we need a work-life balance? Nowadays, a popular phrase that millennials like to use is the work-life balance. They value having a balanced amount of leisure time and work time. Also, they like to keep boundaries between work and personal lives. Usually, they do not want to be contacted about work issues outside of the office. In another way, some older generations in Korea often talk about working mostly 7 days a week before the country was developed, and no hobbies or activities were pursued outside of work. Also, there are some complaints that the 52-hour rule is ruining companies. Some people believe that instead of wasting time binge-watching TV shows and passively looking at our phones, it would be better for us to be more productive. Instead of staying at home, others could even argue that working would be a much better use of time. Interestingly, Korea is one of the only countries that complains about the limit of working hours per week. Employees of companies might illegally do overtime to complete their workload or try to find ways to cut corners in their work. If some continue to waste free time, it could also cause younger generations to develop dementia or Alzheimer's. On the other hand, if we spend most of our life working, many believe that we are just wasting our lives. There have been famous cases in Korea and other Asian countries where someone has literally worked themselves to death. In these cases, people call for more restrictions on the number of hours and duties that each employee can take. Studies in the US have shown that the younger workforce feels guilty for not taking long vacations and often have leftover vacation days at the end of the year. With less time for themselves, many office workers are left feeling burned out and like they have no options. In order to combat this, some US companies have started to experiment with 4-day work weeks. It forces employees to prioritize important work and can lead to higher productivity. As always, thank you guys for listening, and I will see you in class.